Hey, good morning, Golf and God this morning. A little windy out there with the golf balls are flying. Tournament today at the course, and so we'll be playing a little later today. Two things I want to talk about. A little experience from this weekend. Let me share this passage with you. It comes from 1 John 4:8. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. So a little situation that happened this weekend. Easter weekend, of course, I think the world in general is focused on Jesus. Even if they're not a believer, they're aware. So playing show, had a great time this weekend. Fantastic time this weekend. Good venues. Anyways, I after the show, I look up and I see the back of this guy's shirt. And it is it's offensive to even a non-Christian because of the language that's on the shirt. But it's highly offensive to a Christian because Jesus was the target of this derogatory phrase on this guy's shirt. And not only that, he's got a hat turned around backwards that says 666. And I just was sitting at the table and was talking with some people afterwards, and I said, that shirt offends me. But I said, he seems like a nice guy, man. I talked to the guy earlier in the night, didn't seem to have a problem with anyone. And across the table, this young man that we were talking with, he's like he just doesn't know. And it hit me, and he was absolutely right. He just doesn't know. He doesn't know God. He doesn't know the God that we know. He doesn't know the true God. And the only way he's going to know the true God is if he has shown love. Not if he's shown hate. Not if he's shown an argumentative attitude. Not if he's attacked. The only way he's going to ever know God is if he's shown love. And I don't know, that really stuck me out, man. And so you're watching this morning, and you were that guy that was sitting across from the table with me that spouted off that bit of wisdom in the middle of the venue. I appreciate you as it goes through there, because I am not always a great representative of God's love. Which leads me to my next topic. And this was something cool that I heard in a sermon this week in a Bible study. And this young lady was talking about the birth of Jesus, and before the birth of Jesus, Mary being pregnant, and how fragile that first 12 weeks of pregnancy is. And she just went on to explain, as you know, that those first 12 weeks they're delicate, and a lot of miscarriages, when they happen in that first 12 weeks, and to the point where a lot of people don't even announce their pregnancy to their friends and their family until after the first 12 weeks. And I knew that from school and blah blah blah, but hadn't put much thought into it when it comes to Jesus and Mary. But the point of this whole study and this whole passage was to put ourselves around people who encourage us, encourage our dreams, encourage what God has put into our lives. And the point that she brought out, and I had never heard this before, but it says in Luke 1:56 that Mary went to stay with Elizabeth for 3 months and then returned home. Now, I subscribe to the theory and the belief that nothing in the Bible is insignificant. My pastor preaches that to me on a weekly basis. That nothing in the Bible is insignificant. So we looked at this passage, Luke 1:56. Mary stayed with Elizabeth for 3 months. Well, let's look at Elizabeth. Well, what was going on in Elizabeth's life? Elizabeth was pregnant at the time that Mary was approached by the angel. So Elizabeth had experience and was ahead in her pregnancy before Mary. So the significance of Elizabeth was not only was she family, not only was she friend, but she had been there, done that. That's cool, number one. Cool thing number two was God sent Mary to stay with Elizabeth for those first 3 months. Can you imagine what Mary was going through publicly? I mean, it happens to every single mom here in this world now. And it's frowned upon, it's whatever, because it just is. And can you imagine what it was like back then? And the amount of stress and forced upon guilt that a person might feel in those times. It could be a very stressful, and to know that those first 12 weeks are the most delicate, tender, most susceptible time. And God put Mary into Elizabeth's world someone that would believe in her, comfort her, encourage her, eliminate all the stress for those first 12 weeks so that Jesus could grow, be a healthy newborn baby. I find that super, super cool. I have, we all know the Christmas story. We all know the Immaculate Conception. But I have never realized the importance of Elizabeth in those first 3 months. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to encourage you to surround yourselves with people who have been there, done that. 2, will encourage you and support you. And just the opposite, in our weaknesses, we got to steer clear of people who will encourage our negatives, encourage our bad sides. And I go back to this incident in the bar. I'm fortunate that because I was offended, I wasn't going to approach the guy. I wasn't looking to cause trouble, but I was offended and I was upset a little bit over it. But God put me in the company of someone who just had that little bit of wisdom and knowledge to remind me that this young man did not know. He did not know God. And the only way he was going to know God was through a Christian and their actions and their words towards him. So that was interesting. But anyways, guys, listen. I hope this helps. I've enjoyed the knowledge that I've learned this week, and hopefully you guys are going to have a good week. Surround yourself with good people that support your dreams and your visions that God has given you. And we'll see you down the road. Thanks, guys.